When I was 19, just started working, but also there were a few problems at home. I wasn't really at peace. It felt like my brain was going to explode. My mind was going at 1,000 miles an hour. This thought, and that thought, and this thought, and that thought, and that thought from 2 days ago. I was extremely unsettled. And the only thing I could think about in that moment is, why is my mind racing all the time? It feels like there's 10,000 things going on in my mind all at once. Until one day, I was at work with my mom and I saw a journal. And I was like, you know what? Let me write down my thoughts. And I'll have you know that since that day, I haven't looked back. Since that day, in 2022, February 2022, I've filled out 15 journals. And I found that journaling has massively improved my mental health. Why? Because it allows me to declutter my mind. The first benefit of journaling, like I said, is it serves as a declutter. A lot of the times when we feel stressed, when we feel like our mind's going at 10,000 miles an hour, our mind resembles tangled earphones. And what journaling does is it slowly untangles those earphones until it's just in one straight line. And you're like, huh. And the reason why is because it's very hard to be mindful about what you're thinking, because our thoughts change. And you know this. Before this video, you're probably thinking about pizza. And then not even half a second later, you're thinking about, oh, I want some sweets. And then you're thinking, flip, I need to do this assignment or else I won't graduate. And you're thinking, how am I going to be rich? That is the nature of our thoughts. They're not like following this line of succession where the thoughts behind it directly correlates to the one before. So when you're in this situation where your mind feels cluttered, you need something that will help you stay on the task, that will help you be that will help you keep looking at the earphones and continue detangling them. And that's what journaling does. Because when you're journaling, specifically on paper, you're writing down your thoughts. So your mind can only go slightly faster than you're writing, or else you have this weird thing where you write half of something and another half of something. Like this one time, I was writing like what I wanted for dinner. So I wrote pizza, then I started thinking about burgers. And the resultant word was Pisgo. And I was like, what? So, when you're writing, there's a certain level of mindfulness that's needed for you to write in cohesive sentences. So, imagine you're writing about the things that are on your mind, the things that are troubling you. You become mindful and you start to concentrate on those things. And I know this sounds bad, but hear me out. You start to concentrate on this thing. And you'll find that while you're writing, you'll get certain insights that you never thought of before. You realize things that didn't seem possible. You're like, no, that's not the reason why I'm sad. It can't be. But then you realize that's the truth. And another thing is journaling acts as an outlet. There's this image I always think about where in the beginning of the image, there's this man and his journals there. His face is red. Like it's red, like pink, hot, red. And as he journals, that energy, you see it moving from his face into his neck, into his shoulder, down his arms, into his forearm, into his fingers, and then onto the paper. And the image finishes with the energy on the paper. And that's a representation of what happens when you journal about something that's emotionally taxing. It's like a transfer of energy. So those are the two or three reasons. I don't even know how many reasons I gave. I think it's three. Those are the three reasons why journaling helps with number one, mental clarity, and number two, processing your emotions. Like always, let me preface, I'm not a licensed therapist. I make these videos for educational purposes. But if you're interested in working one on one with me, click the link in the description. It will take you to a calendar where you can set up a free 30-minute call with me, and then we'll just talk about what's going on from there. Anyways, I'll catch you.